Hi everyone, I hope you can listen to me. This is my first time recording right away and not waiting to do the audio after, but this is my first try, so let's see if it's gonna work well. So you can see my little hands and you can hear my lovely voice. But today I'm going to do a review on the EP by Power Snatch, which is actually a new project that Hayley Williams has. Hayley Williams, she is from the band Paramore. I have to tell you, I was quite surprised when I found this project. I was just looking on Bandcamp. I was like searching, looking. It's like, I need to review something. I need to practice and all that. And as you can hear, my voice, I'm a little bit sick. Yeah, sadly. Sad. But, however, I found this on Bandcamp, as I was saying, and I was like, oh wow, this aesthetic looks very like indie kind of rock and very interesting. And this EP came out like 1st of February of this year. And I was like, oh, it has a lot of attention. I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah, it seems like I live under a rock, but don't worry, sometimes I found out later, and better late than never, right? And so I saw this. I was like, okay, let's listen to it. It has 3 tracks. It has DMs, Duh, and Hole in a Ceiling. So only 3 songs, really nice EP1. The album cover is quite interesting. It just reminds me a lot about like Tumblr days. It's just a finger of another person. You have to imagine it. It's just, oh my god, I can't really make it here, but it's just like a little finger here. And then someone smoking here, kind of like this, and the cigarette. And it's kind of like the pinky is here. And yeah. Anyway, you get the message. Whoop! Sorry about that. My bad. Bear with me. This is the first time I'm trying this method. Yeah. I hope I make you laugh or make you smile with my new way of doing things. And I'm not showing my face, only my hands for now. And anyway, going back, the picture is really Tumblr, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. Only 2 things were on the Bandcamp. Also another song, I think it's DMs. Anyway, the EP is called EP1. And let's start with the first song, because I have my notes here, but I have to read them and then also entertain you. Well, not really. It's just I'm having fun here, and this is for educational purposes, we could say. Or is it really something else? Who knows? At this point, we don't know in life what's going on this earth and why we do the things we do. But anyway, here's my review. So the first song, DMs, is quite, I don't know, it reminds me a lot of what was going on many, many years ago in like the California scene of like, or was it more New York? I can't really tell about this dragged guitars, druggy keyboards, and then the lyrics, one part of it, she says, hostage in my mind. Pretty much just a story about DMs. I won't go into detail because I tried listening to it and the lyrics were hard to understand at times. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Who knows at this point? I really don't know. But I really like that song. It has this very like wash is kind of like, I can't put my finger on it. It's kind of like the Tumblr / Bandcamp kind of vibe of 10 years ago or more. can't really put my finger on it. Honestly, I can't. Not on those dogs, don't worry. And then we have Duh. Is really, I like that song. I really like the first one better though. Duh is more, it's slower, I have to say. The lyrics has one part of it is hanging with guys twice my age. I think she's talking about LA. I'm not so sure, but that's what I got. And then she plays with the words contract and contract killing, which I think it really represents like the dichotomy and also how the polarization of a lot of things. But that's my interpretation. I could be wrong, you know. I don't have all the answers, but you know, I try to interpret. And as I said before, it really resonates of our times. It's kind of like this EP was made to get away from what's going on around the world and just be like chill and just, yeah, kind of like sad, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm listening to this EP. I know someone else is feeling this way. That's how I feel. Could be wrong, could be right. Who knows at this point? And this camera needs to stay still. Last song, which is called Hole in the Ceiling. Oh, wait. I have to go backtrack. I really like in the Da song, when she goes da 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 da. When she goes and plays with that, I don't know how you call it, but I found it very cute. It was very like charming and very intriguing. I would have to say. And then anyway, going back to the last song, Hole in the Ceiling. Again, I didn't get really a lot of the lyrics, I have to say. Maybe I need to listen with more attention. But she talks about a lot about too many missteps. There is a vocal highlight. It's kind of like, well, I'll give you my opinion by the end of the video, of course. And this song sounds like teenage angst of someone in their late 20s. It's kind of like there is this teenage angst, but it's kind of like dragged. But in a good way, not in a bad way, because I'm not here to like drag anyone. It's just, that's my feeling. I could be wrong, but that's how it's kind of like this angst I felt when I was a teenager. And it is repeating itself with this EP. And as I said before, it's right for our times. I have to say, I was like, oh wow, listening to it, and it was like, the production is really, really good. It's too good for a lo-fi, for kind of like an indie production. It has just 2 songs. I was like, there's something going on. Something is weird, you know? And then I would say, this is not to be offensive, is a forgery of lo-fi. I don't know, it's a good forgery, you know, the kind of forgery that is kind of like a painting of Van Gogh, you know, that is a forgery in a very well-known museum, I would have to say. But in this case, it would be a forgery in a record store. But it's a good one, don't get me wrong. I really liked it. The production is really high, I have to say. I really liked it, and how they did this whole feeling of teenage angst. I don't know, it reminds me of, I don't know, it's, those pictures, you know, of people smoking on Tumblr and stuff. I could be wrong, you know, maybe it's just the cigarette image in the EP cover. And it's very laid back. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this review. I know it was very like all over the place, you know. I'm still experimenting, seeing what works for me. Maybe if I showed my face, I would be more expressive. But for now, I am happy with my hands. The dogs here that you can see. It looks like I'm giving a tarot card reading. Like, oh my god, what is this album review going to be like? And I have to, give me 1 second. I have to recall, how did I review the other videos? Because I want to make sure it's excuse me, it's linear. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, you know. Okay, my review on this, I would say it's a 7.7, yeah, 0.62. Anyway, take care. Bye. See you in the next review. Take care.